Well, welcome to the end of the year real estate market update. 2022 has been an interesting year, to say the least. And the way we started the year compared to the way we ended the year are very drastically different real estate markets. We're going to talk about it. Let's jump right in. So as we normally do, we are going to look at the two counties in Southwest Florida. We have Collier County and Lee County, Florida, just to make sure that we get everything into perspective. And generally that's Naples and the Fort Myers areas. And so as we get into the closed sales, we have 301 single-family homes that sold throughout the month. This is November data, our latest data, and that's year over year. So 301 properties that close for single-family homes. That's down a whopping 40% over this time last year. And you can see in Lee County, we have 816 closed sales. That's down 41%. So nearly all of Southwest Florida is experiencing about half the number of transactions compared to what we experienced at the end of 2021. And that's a really big deal. Now, when it comes to the median price, this one's pretty interesting. So in Collier County, you can see the median price of a single family home right now is at $850,000. That's up 29% year over year. And then in Lee County, it's at $400,000, which is only up 6% year over year. We haven't seen appreciation that low in a very long time, and it's very interesting to me that Collier County experienced such 29% increase, whereas Lee County only experienced 6%. Now, some of that could have to do with the fact that a lot more homes were damaged in Lee County from Hurricane Ian than Collier County. And so, a lot of those damaged homes are starting to sell now. And so we're seeing homes that are being sold for land value, or investors coming in who are having to remodel, redo those homes that were damaged from the storm. Now, as we look at days on market, this is the other big story, is that we have 49 days on market before an offer is to be had on average in Collier County. That's up 158% year over year. And then in Lee County, that's at 34 days. That's 162% more than it was last year. So in all of Southwest Florida, you can expect that your home would take over a month to sell as far as getting a contract. And then the other interesting part is that it's actually taking a bit longer than what's historically normal for those to close. So that cycle is anywhere between like 90 and 110 days from the date the property is listed for sale in the MLS until the expected closing, which that time frame has grown quite a bit. So the days of having an immediate contract on your property and closing within 30 days, those are mostly gone unless obviously you price accordingly. Now, as we look at the new listings, there's 531 that came on the market in Collier County. That's up 4%. And then 1,309 that came on the market in Lee County. That's down 5%. So a little more here, a little less there. Not much to talk about there. Pending inventory. So this is the forecaster for how many properties will actually close. That is at 633 closed over the entire month. That's down 37% year over year. And then 1,683 closed in Lee County, that's down 33%. So you can see both those at 33 and 37% down. That's also telling us that our future closings will be lower, much like they have been over the past couple of months. Now, the month's supply. So if no new homes come on the market, giving the current pace of sales, we have 4.1 months worth of inventory in Collier County, which is up 215%, huge numbers. And then we're at 2.8 months in Lee County. That is up 155%. So as we get into the 4-month and 3-month time frame, that means that our market is continuing to shift in the favor of buyers. And you can tell that from a lot of things. Obviously, the days on market, it's taking longer. You can tell by, some of the prices have started to retract as well. And the number of closings that are happening are less. There's a lot of things that are showing that shift is taking place. Now, as we look at our overall dollar volume, this is how much cash cash is being dumped into the marketplace for the number of properties that were sold. That's $432 million in Collier County. And again, this is single family homes, and $447 million in Lee County. So those are about the same, which means that there's a lot more homes that sell in Lee County than Collier County, but the price is more than double the median price in Collier County versus what Lee County is experiencing. And so what does all of this mean for what's going to happen in 2023? We know there's been a lot of macroeconomic factors that play into how the market has shifted from the strongest sellers market we've ever seen and shifted into more favoring the buyers. We have inflation, we have the rising interest rates, but there's been a little pause around the increase in interest rates. And so those are hovering a little over 6% at this time. And so in 2023, we're going to see a lot of this, I believe. We're going to see a lot of the longer time frames for properties to sell, not going to have as many multiple offers as we did in the beginning of 2022. And we're going to see pricing stabilize quite a bit. We haven't seen a significant decrease in prices like a lot of people called for, saying that the housing market is going to crash. We haven't seen much of that, but the slower pace of sales will tend to have that effect of stabilizing that price. I don't see any significant decreases based on what we're looking at, but again, I don't have that crystal ball. Now, the other interesting fact that I want to take into consideration here is we're starting to see a lot more contingent offers, meaning offers that they're contingent upon another home selling or contingent upon selling or inspection periods, etc. And back in the day, in early 2022, many people were willing to let go of all contingencies. Now the sellers are starting to have to be more understanding of a buyer who needs to sell a property prior to them closing on the property. I just received an offer today on one of our listings that had a home sale contingency, and the seller is actually considering it, whereas that wouldn't happen earlier this year. So these shifts are all very good, and I think quite healthy. And the other thing that's happening too is that the average price, the closed price versus what the original list price is now at about 96%, which means that you can on average get a home for 96% of what the seller was asking for that home. Whereas earlier this year, it was just at 100% was the average, and many would go for much, much above asking. So again, more great news for home buyers that we don't have these bidding wars, and you don't have to bid $100,000 or $200,000 over list price in order to secure a property. Now, couple that with a lot of these strategies that we have to be able to help buyers either have an interest rate offset, or there's discount points that we can discuss. And there's more to those programs. So if you are a home buyer, we need to explore that conversation a little bit more to figure out how to make the home buying more affordable for you. So leave a comment below, and I also put a link to the home wish list form. And so what that does is allows us to understand what you're looking for to be able to match you up exactly with what you want to accomplish. That's it for now. Happy New Year, all. Hope you have an amazing 2023, and thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking our content. We've had a very blessed year, and want to thank you for being a part of that. It's been really heartwarming, and appreciate you. Thanks so much.